Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are looking at 5 guitar-related questions that no one asked. One way or another, we're getting to the bottom of these somewhat interesting mysteries, and hopefully we'll learn something along the way. Before we get into it though, a quick word from the sponsor of today's video, D'Addario, who have just released their brand new X Series guitar strings. Now, I'm especially excited to be working with these guys. I've been playing D'Addario strings since I was looking up guitar tabs for Blink-182 songs some 20 years ago. The X Series is the newest brand of their XT extended life strings, offering the thinnest and most durable coating yet. This means you maintain the feel and tone that you're used to with an uncoated string, but now each of your 6 strings not only lasts longer, but stays in tune better as well. The XT series is available in most popular gauges for acoustic, electric, bass, and more. You can find out more information on these strings using the link that I placed in the description. Anyways, let's get to it. Today's first guitar question that no one asked is, what does an electric guitar sound like underwater? My hypothesis is that it won't work at all. There will be no sound whatsoever. However, if I'm being totally honest, I actually know the answer to this because I shot the video for this part a couple weeks ago. Anyway, here it is. Alright, here's the plan. I've got my trusty Epiphone SL I bought used specifically for situations like this. This is not the first time it's been fully submerged, and chances are it's not the last. I've plugged it in directly to my Zoom recorder, which is being powered by batteries, so if anything shorts out and sends a current towards me, it shouldn't be harmful. If this baby was plugged into a normal amp, I hypothesized that I might get electrocuted, so kids, definitely don't jump into a pool when your guitar is plugged into an amp. Anyways, enough chitter chat. Into the pool I go. All right, let's see how this sounds. Well, you guys heard the results. I haven't heard it yet. I'm gonna go inside, dry off, and take a listen. Thanks for that, Sammy G from a couple weeks ago. Okay, so interesting results. It turns out that if you play an electric guitar underwater, we get a thin, plucky type sound. To understand what's going on here, we need to look at how an electric guitar works. And believe it or not, after taking this apart and drying it out, this one still does in fact work. An electric guitar pickup like this one here is a magnet or magnets with a bunch of copper wire wrapped around it. When a string is hit, the pickup is essentially translating the difference in magnetic flux between the string and the pickup into what we hear coming out of the amp. Typically, a string is vibrating in the air, not underwater, but even when it is underwater, the general principle of how this works isn't affected. So why does it sound different at all? Well, to understand that, we need to look at how sound changes over time. At first, there's the attack, which is the sharp increase in volume when I pluck a string. How quickly that initial attack drops in volume is called the decay, which is followed by the sustain. The sustain is the level during the main part of the note's duration. This is followed by the release, which is how long it takes for the sustain to drop to nothing. However, when the string is struck underwater, the amount of sustaining it can do is significantly less because water is denser than air. So what you hear and what the pickup is picking up is essentially just the attack and a sharp release, giving us that tinny sound. Question number 2 that no one ever asked. If I was playing Scrabble only using letters that correspond with notes in the musical alphabet, what is the highest I could score with one word? The notes in the musical alphabet are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and the most tiles that you can have in your hand at any one time during a game of Scrabble are 7. So the most valuable word that you could play using those letters is effaced. E-F-F-A-C-E-D. If you played all your tiles somewhere where you could get a triple word score and a double letter score for F, then you would get a grand total of 110 points. Moving on to my next question that no one asked, does blowing up a balloon inside my acoustic guitar drastically change the sound? I've already recorded a quick snippet with my balloonless acoustic guitar, so now I'm going to blow up this balloon inside of it. I'll play the same thing again, and we'll listen to both those recordings back to back and compare the results. As I suspected, the balloon dampened the sound a bit. Here's what I think's going on. When I hit my strings, the vibrations are transferred through the saddle all throughout the top of my guitar. The vibrations are amplified within the hollow body coming out the sound hole. If I put something like a balloon within that body, it'll obstruct some of the waves, creating a lower volume. Now, I should note if I played one of the examples at a lower volume or the mic was further away, it would tamper the results. I tried to make sure that this wasn't the case, but let's be honest, this is not perfect science here. It is just a stupid YouTube video. But anyways, let's move on. While we're on the topic of balloons, let's figure out how much it would cost to lift this guitar up using helium. This is actually the question that inspired this video. I wanted to lift up my guitar with balloons and play the up theme on it, so I've already done a bit of research into this. I weighed my guitar here and it's 2.1 kilograms. According to my source, which is howstuffworks.com, it takes 1 liter of helium to lift 1 gram. A standard balloon with a 12-inch diameter can hold about 15 liters of helium, so I would need 140 balloons to lift up my guitar, assuming the weight of the balloon itself and the string are negligible. The cheapest I can find 140 balloons for on Amazon is about $22, which isn't that bad. The problem, however, is the helium. Apparently, there is a worldwide helium shortage, so it's nearly impossible to find the stuff. But back when it was more abundant, it would cost about $220 for a tank that could fill up 200 balloons. So it would cost about $242 to lift up my guitar with helium balloons. That is a rather expensive and labor-intensive guitar strap, probably not worth it. My last question involves a bit more math, and it's one that I'm pretty sure nobody has ever asked. Are there more atoms in the universe or theoretical guitar solos? Okay, so first, let's assume that you can't play a guitar solo longer than the longest confirmed amount of time that anyone has ever been awake, which is 11 days, 25 minutes, about 16,000 minutes. The second assumption is during this time, you can't play a guitar solo faster than the world's fastest guitarist. The Guinness record for this is 16th notes at 340 beats per minute. 340 beats per minute for 16,000 minutes gives us 5.44 million beats, which translates to 21.75 million 16th notes. That gives us the most amount of notes one could possibly play given very generous human limitations. Now, we could also play notes for different lengths. We'll get to that. If we're playing a traditionally tuned 6-string guitar with 22 frets, there are 47 different notes that I can play. Some of those notes can be duplicated across the neck, but I'm going to disregard those. Now, we could also play nothing or arrest, and we could also tie our note over from the last one, giving us our different note lengths. So in each of those 21.75 million 16th notes, there are 49 things I can possibly play. The number of possible guitar solos given those limitations is 49 times itself 21.75 million times, which is a lot. I haven't taken into account tuplets, playing multiple notes at the same time, or articulations, only because I have no idea how to do that math, but that would also add some variations. Now, to answer the original question, Google tells me that there are an estimated 10 to the power of 82 atoms in the universe. If I did my math right, then there are 49 to the power of 21.75 million possible guitar solos. There are an unfathomably larger number of solos than there are atoms. Guitar solos win. I will make an important note here. I haven't done any actual math since high school, which was a long time ago, so somebody should probably double check my work. Well, that's about it, my friends, and normally right now I would say that I hope you found this information useful, but I don't know how anyone possibly could. I do hope, though, that you found this entertaining, and if you have a guitar-related question that no one asked, though I guess that would make it a guitar-related question that only you asked, then let me know in the comments. Remember to check out D'Addario's website for more information on their new strings, and besides making a great product, it's especially cool that they also offer a string recycling program. Looking after the environment is something I care deeply about, and it's just another reason why I'm excited to work with them. Thank you all for watching. If you want to check out another video like this one, hit that link up there. If you enjoyed what you saw today, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, I'm Samurai Guitarist, and I will see you again soon. But anyways, let's move on. But anyways, let's move on.